What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kryptonite, because I believe cryptocurrency is the kryptonite of our modern financial system. And I love it. Guys, let's jump right into the Bitcoin charts. I'm going to show you what is going on and what I think is coming in the next few days. Let's check it out. Okay, as you can see, I've got you here on the weekly chart. And after we hit our top here at 69,000, we have formed this falling wedge. And we have continued to basically stay right along with this falling wedge. Now, this falling wedge could last a bit longer. As you can see, we really could go quite a bit more into this falling wedge. So there is that chance. I do think this was the bottom here at 17,000. I don't think we're going to go lower than that, but there's always that possibility. Now, if I take you down to the daily chart, we can kind of see a little bit more of something forming here. And as you can see, we're forming this pretty nice ascending triangle. Now, this has a more of a bullish bias breakout, and this actually coincides with some things going on in the world. So as you can see here, August 10th is actually going to be the day where the new CPI numbers come out. We're going to find out if inflation has improved or not, and whether or not the Feds plan to raise interest rates again. So based on that August 10th meeting, that's what's going to be a determination of whether or not we're likely to break down out of this or we're going to break up out of this. It kind of depends on what they say. Now, again, I do think that we are going to break up out of this. Again, it just makes too much sense. If you look at the context of how we come up and down in this falling wedge, it only makes sense that we hit the bottom of the wedge, we have consolidated, and now we have a positive, more bullish pattern. And it just makes a lot of sense that we would break up and retest the top of this wedge, because that's usually how patterns work. Now, if we did break out of this, we're going to measure top to the bottom, and we're going to put that right here at the breakout point. That's going to lead to a target of about $28,000. We can also use our fib extension here from the bottom to the top here to kind of figure out another price target potentially, because we did get a nice bounce here from the 0.5 retracement level, had a nice bullish engulfing candle right from that level. Usually that's a sign of a trend reversal. Wish we had a little bit more volume, but that volume does need to pick up here on the breakout. And again, we do have this shorter term trend line that you can see we've been respecting. We've been holding that line, and now we're actually starting to see some breakthrough of that trend line. And again, we need some more volume to come in, but I am expecting a break to the upside. And again, it might not go straight up, like it could trickle, could pump, move like this. Let me show you on the brush here. So we could come out and then down and then up and then down, up. So we could end up actually hitting this 1618 perfectly in line with the top of this trend. And this is where the big decision on whether or not the bear market will continue will be. This is the battle line. If we break this with volume, retest it, we might be out of the bear market. We might be breaking out of this falling wedge, and the target for that wedge would be all the way at the top. So we'd be hitting all-time highs again at 69,000. Or scenario 2, we get rejected back down, and we retest our lows here at 19,000. Maybe we retest 17,000 and get a bit of a double bottom, and then we could potentially continue this pattern all the way down to 10,000. Now, again, I don't think that is the likeliest scenario, but we have to be prepared for whatever happens. So on the shorter, let's jump into the shorter term and see if there's any sort of trades to make. I think at the very least, my bias right now is taking longs, because I do think at the very least, right, we're going to come back up and touch the top of this pattern in the shorter term. And that's when we'll either see our breakout, or we'll just respect this pattern and we'll drop back down, and we'll continue to respect the pattern until it's ready for the breakout. So right now I'm in a very long biased thought process when I'm taking trades on the shorter time frame. Again, we had this falling wedge within the falling wedge that we broke out of, kind of retested that line a little bit, broke out of again, and sometimes you have that happen where it'll continue to kind of retest that line before it's ready to kind of start a new trend, and it looks like that's kind of what's happening. So again, we've broken this trend here with a little bit of volume. We need more, but I do think at the very least be looking for long positions up until here, and then this is where we want to wait for a reaction and see if we get a breakout of this triangle. Because again, we could also come up here and double top. Again, you know, the falling wedge, if we did break out of it, the target for it would be up here. So it's possible that we double top out here as well. So a few different scenarios in play, but again, my thought process is taking long positions on the shorter time frames. I like to operate on the hour and the 15, so I'm definitely more interested in taking long positions currently. That is my Bitcoin prediction video, technical analysis. So do with it what you will. I'm not a financial. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. As always, guys, save your money, grow your money. Kryptonite out.